welcome back to Unpacking True Purpose. In the previous episode, we were talking about intellectual versus romance. Now we're continuing from the same topic, but again, before we get into it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. You want to follow up in this conversation? It's a must here, I will tell you. I am learning and I'm part of the show. Anyway, so now we have an interesting topic. And I'll just throw in the question and then these beautiful ladies will pick it up from there. I'm asking you, would you date a guy without a vision? That's a juicy one.
So he has no vision. Okay, so I think
what is vision?
Yeah,
what
because he
is
can have a vision of I want to stay at this job forever, and I want to,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's my vision, to make partner or to make, you know, the manager of whatever company. Or his vision could be like, hey, I want to own the company, or I want to own my own company. I want to, you know what I mean? So I think it just depends. Like, I feel like if he has no direction, like he doesn't know where he sees himself in the next 5 years, and he's not even striving towards that, that's a red flag. Like, that's a big no-no, because I just feel like as you're the leader of the house, it's like you really running the plane and you don't
that
have
you
no...
cannot, you see, to you it can be a red flag, but to somebody else it's not. And let me break it down here. Look, we're talking about women trying to help men to achieve their vision. All right. So earlier I was saying that if the guy has a 9-to-5 job or they work for the federal government, what, they don't need you. What do you have to put on the table? Because they have their 9-to-5, they're being taken care of. They have a car, they have a house, it's been provided, investment and all that. So honestly, as far as the guy is concerned, it's like, I'm fully covered, I'm good. Just come in, sit, enjoy what I'm making. But you know what? The moment you try to help them, like I was saying, it gives a reflection back to them where they have not really done well. So you become sort of like an enemy, or you become like you think you know everything. You are not a bad person, but because to the guy, it seems like you're trying to undermine him, something that he never achieved. So it's like a mirror. You become that mirror. So anytime you start talking, he sees a reflection of himself that he was not able to get to that where he was supposed to get to. Because think about it, everybody, look, we are not supposed to be doing 9-to-5. Even if you're doing 9-to-5, you must have a side thing that you desire, you love to do.
What is it possible that your, just for clarification for the people, is it possible that your purpose is 9-to-5? Like, because I personally, this is just me, I don't have a problem with the 9-to-5.
Right.
I just want to make sure that your 9-to-5 is purpose. Like, let's say, for example, if you're a doctor and I feel like I have the gift of healing people,
right?
That's a 9-to-5. That could be a 9-to-5.
So what I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about not, you see, like a doctor goes to work, maybe like 16 hours. Okay. So for instance, what can you add to him, to a doctor? Because that is his profession.
Right.
Maybe you don't have any idea about anything about the medical field. Right. So now how do you add up to this guy? So that's why I said earlier, what you can do is to help him relax. Help him. So you have to cultivate something on the side to help him. Because even with that helping, though you don't do medicine and all that, helping him to still sustain what he's doing, to stay focused.
So you're saying that being a helpmate for the person can look different depending on what somebody's purpose is. So if he's already a doctor and I don't know anything about medicine because I'm not trained in it, me being a helpmate for him could be providing a safe environment
for
where he can come back to and be
so you are still working
so I'm still helping him.
You're still helping him.
So then, Pastor, can you just explain the part about, you said like not everyone should have a 9-to-5, like just clarify that
all right. So the 9-to-5 is that, like, you know how you go to like a 9-to-5 and you're waiting for their pension. So the thing is that after the pension, what is there? You're stuck. Are you going to stay home? Because what I'm trying to say is that you can be doing a 9-to-5, maybe like an accountant, but you can have a wife. It's like, babes, you can also have like a side on the side, like your own personal accounting firm. At the end of the day, you're working for this company, but you can also have your own that people can. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is helping him to grow whatever he has, to take it further.
So are we saying that? So if a guy you meet does not have a vision, because that's what I'm saying. I think to the question is like, if the guy has no vision when you meet him, he doesn't have a thought process of like for him is like, I just want to stay here. I just want to be a teacher, or I just want to be a whatever. I want to be construction, whatever it is. Like he doesn't have a vision of where he sees himself. He's like, oh, I know I just want to have kids, family, and maybe a house or two. Like that's what I mean. Like, or like, what are we really saying about vision? Are we saying like, if you meet a guy who has none of that, you wouldn't date him, or like you would help cultivate that?
It all depends on how you talk to me. Okay, so for instance, you meet a guy who is a construction worker, and maybe you're a what, like a doctor. Okay, he's a construction worker. Babes, you know, I'm into medicine and stuff. You're doing construction, but I think maybe with that you can have a construction firm. You see, you can take him higher. That's the intelligence that you bring in. Because he cannot see it. He has the energy to do the job, but he doesn't have the vision. So you are the eyes for this guy. That is what we women come into play for the men. But you don't make it look like you are undermining. You see, it all depends on how you come about it. So for if you call him, it's like, babes, you can have a construction firm. You know, there are certain companies that, you know, they can reach out to you. Build it up rather than just doing it.
I think to Julia's point, it's like trying to understand what is the definition of vision. Right?
Yeah, maybe
like
we
what
can
like if you meet somebody that says, I am a teacher. I feel like my purpose is to teach you know, raise the young generation. That's a vision. That's a vision.
No, it is a vision. That's a passion.
Okay.
It's a vision.
That's a passion.
So we're defining vision as someone that has a plan for the future.
For the future.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly.
Okay. Because I think sometimes when we say vision, people just go into like
a big,
high
like
place.
No.
Where it's like we always
the vision can be a
business.
teacher. The vision can be a construction worker. A vision can be anything that you desire, something that you love.
I think that's a good point, because remember Christina, we met a gentleman.
I was just about to bring that.
We met a guy, and he was pretty much like, you know, we were talking to him, and I think we had asked him like, oh, I think he worked at Mount Sinai doing something, and we were like, oh, well, what do you want to do? Like, and he was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say
and
that.
This guy's cute, handsome.
He's
like,
so cute,
like
everything.
You have no vision.
So that's somebody with no vision.
No vision. He literally said, I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
But
and
I'm
like,
so surprised when if you sit with a person like that and you start talking to him. See, women, naturally, we are very wise.
Yeah.
We have this intuition in us that most women don't know. When you sit with a guy, he doesn't have a vision. He doesn't know where he's going. But there's a vision in everybody. Everybody has a vision.
I agree to that.
Inside.
So
And I
we
think
can help him bring it out.
that's what I'm saying. So for
I think
instance,
as a man at a certain age, the thing is, I feel like and I will disagree on this a little bit. I feel like at a certain age, if you haven't found yourself, why are you trying to now bring in somebody else to your non-vision?
That too.
No, okay, so
like,
you see,
that's
when okay, so look at it this way. Now you met a guy, he hasn't been trained, he doesn't know where he's going. Everything about him, he has all that you're looking for. All I'm saying, even if you don't want him, I'm trying to explain to us, everybody has a vision.
Yes.
But some just have not found it.
Discovered it, right.
So sometimes when you sit and you talk to them, you realize that, no, you know, you can do this. You point it out. And then they read, oh my God, I didn't know that maybe I could come up and do this. So you bring it out of them. You saw it. Help pull it out.
I think you two are making two different points. I think to Julia's point that she's not going to marry
like I can't marry somebody that doesn't have that.
So then her role is in jeopardy, because it's like, what am I helping you with?
If
and
you're
when you
not
figure
sure,
it out
you
and
don't
we're
even know.
already married, what if I don't have the capability to help you with it?
And also to
because
that
it's
point,
helpmates.
So, but remember, you see, before you marry somebody, you go on a date. You start talking.
So which is
you will not
point.
just get up and marry the person. So along the line, you
Find
can
out.
be bringing it out.
like I think,
and maybe if he sees it and he start pursuing it, then you know that he wasn't aware of what he already had within him.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I think to your point, it's not like just cut the person off like that. But I do think that if I don't see that I can trust you as a leader, because you are going to lead a house. It doesn't mean that it's only you, but I feel like if I don't see that you have certain... Because me, I don't want to be taking the lead. I know I can do that, but I just feel like that's not my role.
But remember, there are certain men, you see, remember this. Some men come off very meek, but they're very strong within.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's true.
They don't look like leaders, but they're leaders within. They're leaders within.
Right.
And remember, it's not everybody that is a leader when it comes to vision, like doing job, but they can be a leader at home. They know how to control the house.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We need to look into
what
it
I'm trying to
differently.
say is to your point, Pastor, that I think that if you, what I'm saying is if you don't even know what the vision is for your own life,
there's some people.
That's what I'm saying. Really, like if that hasn't at that age, you haven't found it. I don't know if I can trust you with my life.
You shouldn't be thinking marriage.
Yeah,
actually, at that point, don't
you
even
shouldn't
marriage.
be thinking marriage.
About discovering yourself.
Yes, that would be the
That's
right.
what I'm trying to say. Until you get to that point, then you could, of course, you know.
Then is it safe to say you should ask that question on the first date?
So that's why you go on a date. You need to know. Obviously, you need to know. If the person doesn't have a vision, he's not doing anything. So why are you going to marry the person?
Exactly. No, but then they also want to date. It be those same boys that want to date. And it's like, but you are dating to do what?
Exactly.
No, they are dating to get to know you because that's... because they don't
Pastor,
have a vision, they shouldn't date. You can't say that.
Just so we can make sure that they understand and they follow. So you're saying that without a vision, the man should still date?
Yes. So, I mean, so why? Why? No, I don't even understand. Because they don't have a vision, they should not date.
No, they should go and figure what they
cannot go and figure themselves because it will take 2 years as they are dating.
This is my stance, right? You are dating to collect data to see who you are compatible with, who you can build a future with. If you don't know what you are building, then how can you choose who you are compatible with? Because everybody don't have the same capability. What I can help you do might not be what Julia can help you do.
True.
Right.
So how would you know me or Julia is the right person for you if you don't even know what you're building? Like there's some career right now that I know that I cannot marry.
Right.
Because I don't have the capability for it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Example, an actor. I don't have the capability for it.
You don't want to see your man like
I don't want to see it. So if you didn't know that you want to be an actor and we got together and now we are married, you became an actor, I'm gonna struggle. Because if I had known that, I wouldn't have. That's when we start praying for grace. Now I'm gonna start fasting.
Because you're already married. So what
So
are you
I
going to do?
But I don't want to do that though.
I think the conclusion here is right. Like I think that if you don't have a vision, right, it's not saying be in isolation and don't get to know people, but I think you should be actively pursuing. You can get to know people, but actively pursuing that vision so that you know, like, you know, when I meet somebody, like I'm still in the process of finding my vision. You know what I mean? But like not just sitting doormat.
I think that's different because if you're in the
that
process
is
of
so
finding
different.
your
You have
vision,
to actively,
it gives me, you know, I know that you're in the
because maybe if they ask you, have you found your vision? Because most of you two are still pursuing.
Yeah, but I think that's different.
It.
Yeah, I think that's a different thing. Like the guy we met had no vision. Like he did not know what he wanted to do.
But was he working?
Yeah. But when we asked him, listen, that's
But job is not
discussion.
Exactly.
But
So that's what I'm saying. Some
Yeah,
men, because they don't have it, if they're doing 9 to 5 and they're bringing.
But 9 to 5,
but
we're
his
not
was
talking
different.
about that.
He was just like
he didn't know what he
even
wanted
the
to
work
do.
was like I'm just going there because I have
just to get
like,
the check.
it
Like
wasn't-
yeah. So let's establish that both men and women should find out what their passion is, what their vision is. So if anybody's coming into the picture, you're not just like I have no value, I have nothing to bring. Then it's like, come on, we're all put on this earth to bring purpose and value and vision, which should be God's vision, right? So. I think this episode, hopefully we took note on that and we summed it up well. So comment below, what do you guys think as well?
Let's hear your thoughts.
Your take on this episode.
Yeah. All right, until next time.
Yes, y'all.
Unpacking True Purpose. Bye.
Bye.